does an IT pro do? A tale of a honey badger family.
Honey loved going to school. Her favorite part of the day was circle time, when her teacher, Mrs. Beasley, started the morning with a question of the day. In order to keep her daily lessons moving along, Mrs. B had one rule. Students had to answer the question in a single sentence.
One morning, Mrs. B asked the class to talk about their parents' jobs. "Tell us what your mum or dad does in one sentence," she instructed. Honey was worried. Although she had been to her mum and dad's office many times and had seen all that they did, she had no idea how to explain all of that in just one sentence.
Honey listened closely as her classmates took turns talking about their parents' jobs. Davy's mom was a firefighter. She saves people and buildings, he explained. Toby's dad was a doctor. He keeps people healthy, Toby said.
Layla's father was a construction worker. He builds houses and shopping centers, she shared. Raina's mom was a police officer. She protects citizens by stopping crimes, arresting suspects, and making sure people follow the law, she said.
When it came her turn, Honey hesitated. "My mom and dad are both IT pros," she said, "but I can't possibly explain what they do in just one sentence." "Maybe your classmates can help," Mrs. B offered. I know, Toby shouted, squirming restlessly with his arm raised high in the air. "An IT pro puts all our games and pictures up in the sky, way up into the clouds." "No," said Layla. "An IT pro is the person who repairs the printer and the coffee machine." Davy offered a third guess. "An IT pro is in charge of the internet?"
Honey realized that her classmates had no idea what an IT pro actually did. "An IT pro does all of the things we've already talked about, and more," she said. "Clearly, this is a very big job," said Mrs. B. "We aren't in a rush this morning, honey. You can take all the time you need to tell us exactly what your parents do." Honey smiled. "Well," she began, "IT pros are detectives. My mom has to follow a lot of clues in order to solve computer problems. Solving the problem means a lot of reading, searching, late nights at the office, and asking other IT pros online or someone named Google."
An IT pro is also a handyman, Honey continued. "My dad has always been called upon to fix things, but his main goal is to manage a computer network. Not fix coffee makers, toasters, or air conditioners. You call someone else for that."
An IT pro is a doctor, Honey went on. "They have to figure out computer problems and make sure nobody gets a virus."
An IT pro is also a police officer, Honey said. "My dad has to protect his company and keep the bad guys from messing with the network."
The students looked surprised. They couldn't believe everything that an IT pro had to do. But Honey wasn't done yet. "An IT pro is also a construction worker," she explained. "My mum has to build big computer networks."
An IT pro is a mail person because they have to make sure all of the company email gets delivered. Looking over at Davy, Honey added, "They don't control the whole internet."
"An IT pro is also a teacher," Honey said. Mrs. B nodded in agreement, telling the class. "The IT pros here at school have taught our staff to use all kinds of amazing tools."
"An IT pro is also a janitor," Honey continued. "They not only have to keep the server room clean and organized, but they ensure that dirty power never damages stuff."
"An IT pro is a firefighter," Honey revealed. "People always want my mom to drop everything and put out their work fires right away, even if their problem isn't very important."
"But more than anything else, an IT pro is a hero," Honey concluded. "They are always working hard behind the scenes to save the day."